What's going on, my people? So today I wanted to hop right into it. We're talking about crystals, okay, and crystal healing. Now, along my journey, crystals have been very helpful for me to attract certain types of energies that I need, especially, you know, when you're trying to heal your chakras and open up your chakras. There are a lot of things that you'll find is out of balance, and specific traits or behaviors that you might want to get rid of, or specific energies that you need to enhance you on your journey. So, you know, let's say you have a problem with, crystals, first of all, they deal with any kind of ailment. They're healing crystals, okay? So whether it's something that's going on mentally or emotionally that you're dealing with, or if you're dealing with business, or if you're dealing with blockages, like let's say you have a lack of creativity, or if you have a certain physical illness within your body, crystals will help with this. Now, one thing that I want to say about crystals is, everybody does not work with crystals. A lot of people aren't even aware. One thing that you need to understand is that everything on this planet, everything around you has its own energy. Everything emits a certain frequency. And so when you're dealing with crystals, they each have their own specific energies and vibrations. So crystals will help you to enhance or accentuate certain energies that you need in your life for whatever specific purpose that you may have. So that's one thing that I want to say about it. Also, a lot of the work that I talk about, a lot of things that we do really helps you to tap in, not into only your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind, to really get the healing to happen. It's not until you actually tap into your subconscious mind, and I really appreciate Brother Panic for explaining this on so many levels that has really helped me and helped me to understand things to a completely different degree. So check out Brother Panic Occult Lectures, occultlectures.com. So much information about subliminal programming, tapping into the subconscious mind. That brother puts out information, and he will give you so many different tools and just different procedures and things that you can do to go ahead and tap into your subconscious mind to reverse that programming that has happened over the years with this television, the radio, the media, religion, your parents, all of that, okay? So I wanted to say that. But what crystals help you to do is they're kind of like a subconscious reminder. So one thing, it's not a thing just to be like, okay, I'm going to work with crystals. If your energy isn't even to a certain level, or you don't have a certain understanding of energy and vibration, you might not receive the benefits from the crystal. That doesn't go to say that the crystals don't work. That just means it's not working for you because you're not receptive to it. There's some people who have to go to the hospital and have surgery, or they might have to have chemotherapy, or they might have to go to get a shot for their migraine because other things don't work. And then you have other people who, they just go, they use natural herbs, or they understand that migraines are stemming from something deeper. There's something behind the migraines. It's not just about getting a migraine. It might be that your migraines are caused by stress. So they deal with the issue of stress and eliminate the migraines in the long run without any medications at all. Just like, another example that I need to give is the placebo effect. You go to the hospital, they have 50 patients over here, 50 patients over here. 50 of these patients actually get a drug injected into them, or a pill, and the other 50%, they get a placebo pill, which means it's not actually a medication. It's a sugar pill. It's nothing. There's actually no medicine. It's just a fake pill, okay? So it's just like you're putting powder in your mouth that has no sustenance. And a lot of the placebo studies, you will see that the placebo pill in some cases are even more effective than the actual drug. But most of the time, to make a long story short, the placebo pill has the same effects as the medicine, just because the patient believes they're taking a pill. So it works. So everything, for one, is mental. So I wanted to lay that foundation before I even get in to talking about crystals, just so you understand how they work. Oh, the energy's there. They all have their distinctive energies. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But if you're not even open or receptive to energy as a whole, or understanding how it works on a subconscious level, this might not be the thing for you. But if you follow my channel and you're into this type of stuff, oh, you definitely already are, waiting for this video. So without further ado, I want to get into it. I also want to say one thing. Crystals are, just looking at crystals the way, because when I first started working with crystals, you know, I mean, I still have a crystal on me all the time. On my keychain, I actually have an amethyst crystal that hangs off. So I always have some kind of crystal on me. I wear my Kali pendant often. You know, I sleep with crystals. I have like a, I should have showed y'all that. I might show that in another video. But I have like a cabinet, a glass cabinet I bought for my bedroom. And I keep some of my crystals in there. I keep some crystals on my altar. I'll also talk about keeping crystals on your altar. I hope I don't forget about that. And, you know, different things like that. So I used to keep them in my bra. Like when I first started, carnelian was my first stone, and I literally would put carnelian in my, you know, in my bra. People put money in there. You know, women can stuff a lot of things in that bra. Be careful, fellas. So I used to put my stones in my bra, and carnelian was one of them. And you can also, I don't put them in my purse because it's just, you know, sometimes it's too much going on inside your purse. So I would just like to keep my stone close. You can put them in your pocket. I'm gonna, you know, you can put them in a little knapsack and have it hanging. I think I'm gonna start making actually necklaces that have crystals in them, different combinations for different people. That might be something I get into. I definitely want to make one, at least for myself. But you can, when I see my crystals now, it's almost like an instant reminder of a certain energy. So it's like when I nowadays, even if I don't have my carnelian in my bra per se, and I just have it in my cabinet on my altar, when I see it, it subconsciously I resonate with, you know, overcoming obstacles, breaking boundaries, you know, opening creativity, cleansing toxicity out of the body. As soon as I see it, it's like a constant reminder, and it just works by me just it subconsciously works in my mind every single time. So without further ado, in this video, now that I've laid the foundation about crystals and understanding, I want to let you know that on your journey, this is going to be a very critical part, especially if you're into spiritual things, if you have an altar, if you've done your spiritual baths. These are things that are really going to help you intensify your energies, your vibration, and also focus your energies in the direction that you want. So I have a few of my crystals, as I showed y'all, and I'm going to let you know the properties of each of these crystals. Now there are, oh my goodness, thousands upon thousands of crystals and stones. And even when you're talking about birthstones, diamonds, rubies, pearls, all of these things have a specific energy and healing properties as well. But for the purpose of this video, we're just talking about these crystals and these stones that I have, which are very popular stones also. So if you don't know where to start, these will be a good basis. This is like a good, you know, a good little sample of crystals that could probably relate to everybody in some form or another. They also have books about crystals, the Crystal Dictionary. Now, I'm not a crystallologist. I don't even know if that's what you call them. I'm not a crystallologist, but I can definitely vouch for the crystals I've been using in my life, and I can definitely attest that they really do work, okay? So the first crystal that I'm going to talk about, which is probably one of the most popular stones ever, is clear quartz. So I'm going to show you what my clear quartz looks like. I bought it, actually it was just this, and I took like an old chain that I had from one of my jewelry back in the day, and I just put it on the chain. So but I bought it like this, okay? You don't have to buy it where it's already wrapped up and ready. You could just buy a stone, and these are called tumble stones if you look them up on Amazon. Amazon has stones by Crystal Allies, I want to say. So I want to get into, excuse me, so I want to get into talking about the properties. I'm dropping everything. Like, what kind of goofy energy is in the building right now? You know, I think Papa Legba's might be playing games. But anyways, let's get to it. So clear quartz healing, okay? I'm gonna just name a few properties and things that clear quartz are used for. The chakra, if you checked out the chakra video, which if you have not and you don't know about the chakras, definitely check out that video. That's where you want to start before you even get into me having a discussion about crystals. This relates to the crown chakra, okay? And the planet that it relates to is the sun. So clear quartz is known as a master healer and will amplify energy and thought, as well as the effect of other crystals, okay? It absorbs, stores, and releases and regulates energy. That's why one thing that I talked about on one of my videos about clearing candles and crystals, when you're using clear quartz, the thing about it is that you can really implant your own intentions into clear quartz. So let's say you wanted a lapis lazuli, you wanted the properties of a lapis lazuli stone, but you don't have lapis lazuli, if this is your only crystal right here, you can clear your crystal as I showed you and then implant your intention. So if you wanted it to have certain properties of lapis lazuli, you would think those thoughts and intentions into the crystal and it would absorb those energies. And so even though you have a clear quartz, it will be like you're walking around with the lapis lazuli stone. So I wanted to say that because it said it absorbs, stores, releases, and regulates energy. That's what that means, okay? It says clear quartz draws off negative energy of all kinds, neutralizing background radiation, including electromagnetic smog and petrochemical emanations. It balances and revitalizes the physical, mental, and emotional spiritual planes, cleanses and enhances the organs and subtle bodies, because we don't just have a physical body, we have other bodies. You have an energy body, etheric body. There's different bodies that you don't see that sometimes corresponds to your aura. It cleanses, okay, I said that. Yeah, so it cleanses and enhances the organs and subtle bodies and acts as a deep soul cleanser, connecting the physical dimension with the mind. Clear quartz enhances psychic abilities because it's related to that crown chakra. It aids concentration and unlocks memory, which also has to do with the crown chakra. So if you're stimulating the crown chakra with this, it's going to bring those benefits. It stimulates the immune system and brings the body into balance, okay? Clear quartz harmonizes all the chakras and aligns the subtle bodies. So that is the basis of clear quartz. I wanted to start with this stone because, like I said, if you can't get any other stones, or you don't can't afford any other stones, or you just want to work with them one at a time, which I'm happy that I brought that up. When you're dealing with crystals, I recommend working with one crystal at a time because they all have different energies. So let's say you're like, oh, I can't wait to get crystals. This one looks good. This one looks good. And you get 5 different stones. You won't really be able to fully perceive the subtle benefits and the subtle energies of each stone. So that's why I said, like, for me, I started out with carnelian. I had got like I think it came with like 7 carnelian stones. I got these from Crystal Allies. I found them on Amazon. These are both carnelian, but you can see one is dark, one is light. That's another difference. The shades, just the variation in shades, have different energies also. Another topic for another day. But you want to start with one stone at a time so that you can see how it literally affects your energy, how it affects your body, how it affects your frequency. And when you get familiar with each stone, then you continually just slowly add on, you know, and then you can feel the benefits from them. So that's one stone that I wanted to talk about. Now let me go ahead and hop into talking about my favorite stone, which is carnelian. So when I got this stone, this is from Crystal Allies. It's crystalallies.com. I haven't been able to find the tumble stones on their site. They sell like more, you know, bigger structures and different types of, you know, stone lamps and all kind of stuff. They got really cool stuff on their site. But I ordered this from Amazon and they send a card with all of their crystals. So I'm going to let you know. Let me show you close up. So you can see this has like the properties of carnelian, and then this is one of my stones that they sent. Okay, this is another one, which is lighter. This is another one. I also gave some carnelian stones to one of my relatives, so I don't have all of them. And then this was an epic fail of me trying to make my own necklace. I did the, you know, give me a hand clap for trying to, you know, wrap up my stones without any knowledge. But this was one that I made myself, but this is also another crystal that I got from them. So I'm going to read you from this card what it says that carnelian properties have, and then also just to let you know that if you did order any crystals from Crystal Allies, which I highly recommend because they send you like a group of stones for a really good price, and they'll send you a card also to let you know what it corresponds to. Its element is fire, and the chakras that it corresponds to is the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. So this resonates with all 3 of the lower chakras, okay? The key characteristics of carnelian is that it adds zest to life and heightens sexual energy, helps break outdated and harmful physical habits, encourages creativity and physical action, dissipates tendency to procrastinate. That was a big one for me. Aids in overwhelming negativity and self-doubt, strengthens vital energies and confidence, assists in manifesting one's dreams into reality, okay? And that's all that I was about at that time. And facilitates detoxification of alcohols and drugs and the herb. So when I got, for me, you can see this was my first stone. So apparently this resonated with me to a strong degree, okay? Because almost all of these things that it says that the characteristics, what it helps you with, I needed help with. You know, just outdated, harmful physical breaking habits, you know, that are harmful, encouraging creativity and physical action, not procrastinating, aiding in negativity and self-doubt, especially negativity at the time. And if you're negative, there's going to be doubt lingering here and there. Strengthen vital energies and confidence, assisting one in manifesting dreams into reality, and detoxification. So this was my first stone, and as you can see, it correlates to the lower chakras. So after I did my spiritual bath and I started to want to do, you know, more spiritual work, I got into crystals. That was my immediate next step. And for me, it really, you know, as you can see, it corresponds to the lower chakra. So it really helped me with my healing and opening my lower chakras, which check out that first video that I did about the lower chakras, because all of this will make sense. So I love my carnelian even to this day. Like, it's just a constant reminder when I see it. You know, when I look at carnelian, it just reminds me of like breaking the barriers. Before I started dealing with this stone, it just felt like it was a wall I could not push through. I didn't even have like a lot of creative ideas and thoughts. It was like all of that was just blocked off. And when I started using this stone in my life, all of that cleared away till this day. So I know how carnelian worked for me, and the energy is true, what it says that it does. So another stone that I want to talk about that's very popular is Lapis Lazuli. Now this is one version of it. It definitely comes in different shades of blue. When I found this Lapis Lazuli, I was actually expecting it to be more like the color of the blue on my nails, but it's fine. You know, this is all they had at the shop that I went to. I got this from Rebel Line downtown, for those who are in my city. And he also wrapped this up for me. So I bought it as a stone, but he wrapped it up as a ring. So I absolutely love it. Maybe I should put it on in this video, right? Let me put it on. Let me switch up my rings real quick. This is kind of tight though. That's why I didn't have it on. I got to get it adjusted. So this is Lapis Lazuli. Now that's a very popular stone. Let me tell you what this has to do with. It has to do with the throat chakra and the third eye chakra, which is here in here. And we, you know, y'all heard me talk about my throat chakra, and that's something I still like to work on, helping to just keep it balanced and not overactive. And then also the third eye chakra, which is just so important. You need to have your third eye open. So Lapis Lazuli, and the zodiac, it's associated with my zodiac, Taurus and Sagittarius, which is my dad's zodiac. Shouts out to my pops. And the element is water. So it's a stone of protection that may be worn to guard against psychic attacks. Lapis Lazuli quickly releases stress, bringing deep peace. It was a point in time I was off my spiritual game. I was doing too much Pretty Boss TV news. And you know, when we're dealing with the media, that can take you into a whole nother mental space and frenzy. Okay, so I was doing news. So that means I had to be on top of when things were happening. At this point in time, some more police brutality stuff came up. And since I was off my spiritual game, it caught me off guard. You know what I'm saying? And so I remember I hit Brother Panic on Facebook. I'm like, you know, what can we do? How can I intensify? What really I was asking him for rituals. I didn't say that, but really I was contacting him about like, what's a fire ritual I could do to combat this? Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I gets down by my altar. I gets down with the spiritual work. Okay, so I would hit the altar quick to counteract things that I see in this world. So I hit him up, and he told me something. I didn't use those words, but I was like, you know, what can I do to do something against this police brutality? And he said, well, you know, I forgot. I wish I could read. I need to go on my Facebook. I just don't feel like doing all that. But he basically told me, oh, this is what he said. He's like, I teach knowledge of self. So I already know, like, I'm a student of Brother Panic. So I already know, like, where he was going with that. And I was like, and then he was typing something. You know how you can see somebody typing something. I said, you know what? I already know what to do. And that was it. And that same night, what I ended up doing is coming back to my spiritual self. Because like I said, I was just so heavily involved in the media at the time that it kind of knocked me off my game. And so what I did, I had just got this Lapis Lazuli. So I put my Lapis Lazuli on. You know, I burnt my sage. And I just was relaxing. And it just felt so good. Like literally, like peace just swept me over. So the reason I brought that up is because when it says Lazuli quickly releases stress, bringing deep peace, it did that for me that night. And you know we're talking about police brutality, so you know how our people, you know how that affects us. It truly, like, all of a sudden it's like my whole energy did a 180. Okay, so it brings harmony and deep inner self knowledge, which is ironic because I just said that Brother Penny says he teaches knowledge of self, and that's what this stone encourages. Okay, it allows self-expression, reveals inner truth, providing qualities of honesty, compassion, and mortality to the personality. It stimulates objectivity, which is important, clarity, and encourages creativity. Lapis Lazuli assists to confront and speak throat chakra, one's truth, and inspires confidence, which is also something that comes from the throat chakra. It bonds relationships, aiding in expression and feelings of emotion. Physically, Lapis Lazuli boosts the immune system, purifies blood, lowers blood pressure, cooling and soothing areas of inflammation. It alleviates insomnia and vertigo and overcomes depression. Lapis Lazuli benefits the respiratory and nervous systems of the throat, vocal cords, thyroid, cleanses organs, bone marrow, and the thymus. And of course, you see it has all those healing properties in this area because it is associated with the throat chakra. So now that I'm making these videos, you're going to start to see how things that I'm speaking about overlap, and how you can add different processes and use different tools on your journey to bring more harmony to what it is that you're trying to do, or what it is that you're trying to heal within yourself. Okay, all of these things tie into each other. So hold on, let me get my daughter. She must want my attention. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so she's fine. I'm back. But the next stone I want to talk about is Tiger's Eye. And somebody actually bought this stone for me. This is not a stone I bought for myself. I probably wouldn't have had it if they didn't buy it for me. So shouts out to him. Actually, let me just not even be rude. Shouts out to my ex-husband. In the midst of our divorce, he did get me this stone. And so I'm going to read you what it says. You know, the stones, what the stone is about. The chakras that it corresponds to is the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra, which are your lower chakras. It's not the first chakra, the root chakra, but it's the orange chakra and the yellow one, okay, up in this area. So and the sun and its element is fire and earth, and the zodiac that it corresponds to is Capricorn. Now, this Tiger's Eye is a stone of protection, and I believe that's why he got it from me. He went to Rubber Line Den, asked the guy, you know, what's a good stone for my wife or whatever, and this is what, you know, they gave him. So it's a stone of protection, because he knew I was into this type of stuff. So he was just like, look, this is what you like. Okay, so it's a stone of protection. Tiger Eye may also bring good luck to the wearer. It has the power to focus the mind, promoting mental clarity, assisting us to resolve problems objectively and unclouded emotions. Particularly useful for healing psychosomatic illnesses, dispelling fear and anxiety. Useful for recognizing one's own needs in relation to the needs of others, balancing yin-yang, and energizing the emotional body. Tiger Eye stabilizes mood swings. Maybe that's why he subconsciously got it from me, because when we was married, oh yes, I was on the swings, okay? Imbues us with willpower, purpose, courage, self-confidence, and releases tension. Tiger Eye treats eyes, throat, and reproductive organs, releases toxins, alleviates pain, and is helpful in repairing broken bones and strengthening the alignment of the spinal column. I also used to have scoliosis on the low, okay? So maybe I need to rub some Tiger's Eye on my back. You know, I haven't been putting this crystal to use as much as I need to. But no, you know, no joke. That's what this represents. And I know that when he bought this, one of the things that the guy told him is that it's a good protection stone. So this is why he said he got this stone for me. Now, but I'm showing you this because this actually is also a very popular stone. Now let's get into one of my favorite crystals of all time, okay? Amethyst. I have it around my neck. You can get jewelry. This is a darker color of amethyst. As you can see, it's a very dark purple. I also have a light amethyst, and as I told y'all, I have an amethyst hanging off my keychain, and I don't need this to fall. I have an amethyst hanging off my keychain, and I also have another amethyst stone that's smaller than this, that's hiding from me, that I used to use for my pineal gland meditations. I've been using this one, but the other one was just perfect for it, okay? So let's talk about amethyst, y'all. This is a stone I encourage you to get, especially if you're interested in doing your pineal gland meditations and opening that third eye chakra, which is going to give you perception on a whole nother level. It's going to let you perceive things that you can't perceive with your physical eyes, but you can with that third eye. Okay, so this corresponds to the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. The birthstone is February's birthstone, and the zodiacs that it corresponds to is Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Its element is air and water. Okay, it says typical colors are light, slightly pinkish violet to a deep gray purple. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm not going to get into the details in this video because I want to give you an overview. But when you're dealing with amethyst, like a lighter amethyst has different properties from a darker amethyst. Okay, but let's talk about it in general. Amethyst is a powerful and protective stone. It guards against psychic attacks, most definitely. Those are my words. Transmuting the energy into love and protecting the wearer from all types of harm, including geopathic or electromagnetic stress and ill wishes from others. Amethyst is a natural tranquilizer. It relieves stress and strain, soothes irritability, balances mood swings, dispels anger, rage, fear, and anxiety, alleviates sadness and griefs, and dissolves negativity. Amethyst activates spiritual awareness, opens intuition, and enhances psychic abilities. Okay, it has strong healing and cleansing powers. Amethyst encourages sobriety, having a sobering effect on overindulgence of alcohol, drugs, and other addictions. Okay, addictions could be sexual. It could be that you shop too much, you eat too much. This will help you with your addictions. It calms and stimulates the mind, helping you become more focused, because that's that third eye and that crown chakra stimulation, enhancing memory and improving motivation. Amethyst assists in remembering and understanding dreams. I just did, oh my goodness, look, this stuff is just too real. This always appalls me because I know I just want to put the words to it for y'all because I don't like to misquote anything, but 100% facts. I just did a video about dreams. Y'all check that out, okay? I should have mentioned amethyst in there. It relieves insomnia, encourages selflessness, and spiritual wisdom. Physically, amethyst boosts hormone production, tunes the endocrine system and metabolism. It strengthens the immune system, reduces pain, and strengthens the body to fight against cancer. It destroys malignant tumors and aids in tissue regeneration. Cleanses the blood, relieves physical, emotional, and psychological pain or stress. Amethyst eases headaches and releases tension. It reduces bruising, swelling, injuries, and treats hearing disorders. Amethyst heals diseases of lungs and respiratory tract, skin conditions, cellular disorders, and diseases of the digestive tract. So you can see when I read for amethyst, it was longer than the rest because amethyst is a real deal stone. Now, one thing that I want to say about amethyst, this definitely, when you're talking about spiritual awareness, psychic abilities, tuning in, tapping into that third eye, you know, dream memorization, all of those things go together. Amethyst is the perfect stone. I love to use an amethyst in my meditations. I keep it on my keychain like I told y'all, and I definitely keep an amethyst stone next to my bed. Now, I used to keep it inside of my pillowcase, but that's how I ended up losing my last amethyst stone, which I know is in this house somewhere. It's just hiding from me. It does that all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why, you know, but I had that. That's why I bought this second stone, and it was lighter than I thought it was going to be, but it's still good, and it actually is perfect for the type of things and energies that I'm working with right now. But amethyst, get this stone. Like, highly recommend Carnelian because this is going to help you clear them lower chakras. If you're working on opening your lower chakras before you move into the upper chakras, Carnelian is going to get you there. Okay, once you're there, you can also always be, you can have the, you know, the clear quartz, as I told y'all. If there's only one stone that you can get, I would recommend either getting this clear quartz or this amethyst. Okay, and then the amethyst stone is going to help you definitely with your upper chakras. Is going to increase your frequency and help you with your higher awareness and your psychic abilities, that intuition. Okay, so I had to spend a little bit of time on amethyst, y'all. One of my favorite stones ever. As you can see, I have a necklace and an earring set. This is actually for my grandmother. This is something I bought for her on the altar. This is something I keep on my altar, but every now and then, especially for a purpose like this, I wear it myself. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is rose quartz. Now I know y'all seen me pop these eggs up at least a million times on my videos. These are my rose quartz yoni eggs, okay? I will show a close-up for those who may not have seen it on other videos. They're just a very light pink, okay? And these are yoni eggs. Check out my video that I did about yoni eggs. It's very beneficial for you, okay? Excuse me, I have to focus this camera by myself, okay? It doesn't do like my Sony, but rose quartz is excellent. Now you can use this as a yoni egg, which watch that video, you can insert it, but you can also use your yoni eggs as stones, just like you do these. You can put it in your bra, you can keep it in your knapsack, put it in your pocket. If you got a set of 3 like this, I'll put the link below for your wife, and hubby want to keep one of them on him, you know, he can keep one of them in his pocket. You see what I'm saying? You can use them on your altar during your spiritual baths. Let's talk about rose quartz. I love this. When I started using this rose quartz yoni egg, I remember the first time I used it. The energy, oh, it felt so good. It felt like just a loving energy. I felt the effects of this stone immediately upon use, honestly. So with rose quartz, it has to do with the heart chakra, which I have a heart chakra healing video that I just posted today, matter of fact. And the zodiac that it's associated with is Taurus and Libra, which makes sense. My brother's a Libra. I love him so much. We love each other so much. The elements that it corresponds to is earth and water, and the typical colors are rose pink. Now, rose quartz is a stone of universal love. It restores trust and harmony in relationships, encouraging unconditional love. This is a stone that I really recommend for yoni eggs for women, because, you know, a lot of women have a lot of trauma in the reproductive area, relationships, sex partners that you have, and we hold that baggage. That's why check out the yoni egg healing video that I did and the spiritual bath video, ladies. You have to cleanse yourself from those past experiences to truly heal, and once you do that, you want to restore it with love, okay? So rose quartz purifies and opens the heart at all levels to promote love, self-love, friendship, deep inner healing, and feelings of peace. Calming and reassuring, it helps to comfort in times of grief. Rose quartz dispels negativity and protects against environmental pollution, replacing it with loving vibes. It encourages self-forgiveness and acceptance, invoking self-trust and self-worth. Rose quartz physically strengthens and balances the physical heart and circulatory system, and releases impurities from body fluids. It hastens recovery, reduces high blood pressure, aids in chest and lung problems, heals the kidneys and adrenals, and alleviates vertigo. A good energetic support for those with leukemia. Rose quartz has the power to increase fertility and protect the mother and the unborn fetus from a miscarriage. Now, I'm gonna tell you my personal experience with rose quartz. I told you when I first put it in, on a physical level, completely amazing, because it's great for strengthening your pelvic floor muscles. Even if you haven't had kids, look, if you having sex, look, put it like this, even if you're not having sex, if you're in your 20s, you're getting older, as a woman, you want to continue to strengthen those muscles. It's not about being loose or being tight. It's about, over time, if you don't strengthen those muscles, they just, you know, they're not going to be. It's just like doing exercise. If a man never goes and lifts weights, then his muscles are just going to be sitting there. They're not going to be strengthened like they could. So that's the same thing with the yoni eggs. Now, when I used this for the first time, I felt the vibes. It really has a very loving energy. Even for me just holding it right now, rose quartz has a very loving energy. I haven't cleared these yoni eggs probably in about, I think the last time I did a clearing crystals was when I did my other video, but I could still feel like the powerful energy. And before I get into it, I want to also say in this video, well, I'm going to say that later, but you need to cleanse and clear your crystals. That's why I did that video, because it's like you're rejuvenating the energy. You can also charge them in the sun or the moonlight to intensify the energy. You put them out when it's a full moon, that's going to intensify the energy. You put them out in the sun, especially depending on the type of stone that it is going to intensify the energy after you clear them, okay? So when I use this, I definitely felt love all throughout my body. Even just holding it in my hand, I just can feel the vibes from it. Now, at the time, I had just got off of a birth control. I haven't even been having sex, so I've been celibate for a long time. Check out my celibacy videos. But the reason I got on birth control, because I'm so focused on, like, whenever I do it again, I don't don't want to have kids. I have one. Nobody's catching me off guard again in my life. Okay, so I got on birth control for no reason, because like I said, I'm not having sex, not thinking about it, and there's no prospects. But I did, and I got on the shot. And ladies, you know how devilish the shot can be. So just when I got in on it for that one time, it completely messed up my period. And so I got off the shot, and when I came back to my senses, who knows what I was thinking. And then I wasn't having my period, literally. That night, I had put this in that day. That night, period came on, reproductive system got right back. So that's why it's funny saying that it helps with fertility, and it helps with if you have a child to not miscarry and things like that. I believe it, because my period was absent, and then all of a sudden when I put this crystal in the same day, my period started to come back, and now it's back on a regular cycle, you know. So excuse me fellas, had to have that quick talk with the ladies. So I just wanted to just give my personal testimonies and experiences with these crystals. Is really not a game. The last crystal that I want to talk about is a moss agate. Now this is a pendant that y'all will see me wearing in a lot of my videos. What you see in the front is a Kali yantra. That's a deity that I resonate with a lot on so many levels. I just love Kali's energy. And Kali represents, especially this yantra, represents a transformative energy. It represents action. Okay, so I love the Kali. You know, Kali is one of my favorite energies and deities to work with. So moss agate, which is the, you know, the symbol is on, let me get my daughter, hold on. Okay, since I did get up, I just wanted to show y'all my amethyst. It's on my keychain real quick. I got this from Rebel Lion Den, so shouts out to them. But we're talking about green agate, okay? Queen, what you do with my necklace? Okay, we're talking about green agate. I mean, moss agate, green agate, same thing. So this, it's represented element earth, apparently. And then the zodiac that is represented by is Virgo. And it doesn't say anything about the chakras, but for me, it just resonates with my heart chakra. So you can say this is great for the heart chakra, okay? In addition to the generic healing properties of agate, moss agate is a stone of new beginnings. It refreshes the soul and enables you to see beauty in all you behold. Moss agate reduces sensitivity to weather and environmental pollutants. It attracts abundance and wealth and improves self-esteem. This is definitely my money necklace, okay? Develops strength and the ability to get along with others. Inspires new ideals after periods of stagnation. Moss agates promotes self-expression and communication. It balances the emotion, releasing fear and stress. Encourages trust and hope, and it eliminates depression caused by brain imbalances, okay? And I've dealt with depression in my life, so I definitely can see like, okay, this definitely must have been helping. Physically, it's an anti-inflammatory, cleanses the circulatory and elimination systems, and boosts the immune system. It assists midwives by lessening pain and ensuring a good delivery. I wish I knew about this when I was delivering my baby, okay? I tried to go natural for 5 hours, almost died, all right? Moss agate prevents hypoglycemia and dehydration, treats infections, colds and flu, and lowers fevers, treats fungal and skin infections. So I'm gonna also put a link, just like I'm gonna put a link to where you can get the rose quartz from, and these are both stones associated with the heart chakra. I'm gonna put a link to where you can get, all right, I'm gonna be putting y'all on because this is very special to me, but I'm gonna share, and I'm gonna put a link to where you can get this Kali yantra green agate stone as well. So I hope this video was helpful. There are some things that I want to do and just tell you before I close off the video. Now, at the beginning of the video, I told y'all to not let me forget, and you was about to let me forget. But see, I got that crown chakra stone reverberating up here, and I got that memory after all this minutes of talking. So I wanted to talk about storing crystals on your altar. So for those of you who have altars, you know, I've heard people give the advice to not put crystals on your altar because it takes energy away from your altar. But I'm going to let you know my personal experience. For one, I must give a disclaimer. Anytime that you're doing spiritual work, you do what resonates with you. You can't always follow somebody else because we're all different. Just like everybody has a different fingerprint, everybody has a different chemistry. Some medicines work for people, the same medicines don't work for other people. Some people can do herbs, some people nothing works, not even herbs. You see what I'm saying? Some people are highly receptive to crystal energies. Some people are oblivious to crystal energies. So when you're doing spiritual work, you need to do what works for you. But regardless of what I say or any other spiritual teacher you says, you listen to what that inner voice is telling you. You just listen to what resonates. So my personal experience with putting crystals on my altar, I love having crystals on my altar. In fact, the first thing that I do when I get my crystals, I clear them and clean them like I showed you in the video. You can also smudge them with a smudge stick. Okay, so you can use smudge, let the smudge smoke, hold it under the crystal, and just let it clear the crystal for as long as you feel it needs to, and it's clear. That's another faster way to do it. But the first thing I do is clear my crystals and my solution. Check out that video. And after that, after I let them sit, take them out, I don't even charge sometimes I charge my crystals in the moon or the sun. I usually don't even do that often. I probably charge my crystals probably like once or twice a year, because I really feel the energies from them very strong. And when the energy starts to dissipate, that's when I will clear them. You see, that's what you have to have, like, you have to feel them energetically. But what I'll do after I clear my crystals when I first get them is put them on my altar. That's the first thing I do. Like, my altar is so powerful. The energy on my altar is so real that, you know, I charge things. I guess you could say bless things on my altar. So I put them on my energy. That's how I charge my crystals. You see what I'm saying? To be real. Now, I also, like I said, put them in the sun or the moon once or twice a year. But I found, like, from putting them on my altar, that intensifies the energy of my crystals something tremendously. You know, I don't feel like it takes away from my altar. I feel like my altar intensifies it, okay? And I feel like it's a reciprocative relationship between the crystals and the altar. And then when I'm ready to wear it, or if I'm ready to rock my CARNELIAN necklace and it's been sitting on my altar, oh, energy is crazy, okay? I'm going to reap the benefits of all of that out here in the real world. So that's what I wanted to say about putting crystals on your altar. That's pretty much it. There's a long list of crystals you can find out about. I'm going to see if I can find like a free PDF. I feel so sorry for people who write books and it becomes a free PDF. I hope that doesn't happen to me, because I'm writing books right now. I'm in the process. But, you know, whatever. But I'm going to see if I can find a free PDF to put in the link below, so that you can, like a crystal dictionary or just something. You can also go to different shops. You know, usually they call them like occult shops, or botanicas, really. That's a better word, is botanicas. And you can get, like, sometimes if they're selling crystals, they might have like a book, a crystal book, a manual. Even Barnes and Nobles at this point should have like a book of crystals and their healing properties. They're literally thousands upon thousands. I had to change my accent. Thousands upon thousands of crystals. So I hope this video was helpful. It took me a minute to do it, because as you can see, I had a lot to say about the crystals, but these help you in so many ways. And I can tell you, for me, mentally, physically, spiritually, these crystals have done an amazing job. And they're always a constant reminder to my subconscious mind of the energies and the benefits that I get from them by just looking at them. I don't even have to think about it. It's a symbol. Just like if you see a cross, what do you think about? Jesus. And if you know about Jesus, then you think about all that he represents. The you know, the crucifixion and the life and the rebirth, you know, rising from your lower self to your higher self is what he actually represents. So that's the same thing as these stones. Like, I have such a deep resonance and relationship with them that when I see them, I automatically have an association. It's a symbol for me. That's what they have become. These crystals symbolize things. I don't even have to think about, oh, what does the green agate do? I wanted to read that to y'all, to not just give you my own interpretation of it. I wanted to give you the general understanding of what they do, because you can look all this stuff up online and in books, okay? But when I see them, it's a symbol. It reminds me. It's a reminder. It's a symbol, okay? And so it automatically works and hits my subconscious mind and reverberates into my conscious reality. So I hope this video was helpful to y'all. Let me know if you have any questions about crystals, or if there's any other information that I can help you with. I love you all. I'm going to put some links below to where I'm going to put like a general list of stones that you can find on Crystal Ally, so that you can just click the link and do your shopping easily with the stones that I showed you in this video. I wish you well. I wish you love. I wish you light. And I wish you peace. Talk to y'all later. Peace.